It's the knockout definition, original baby gangsta, 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 gangsta.
What's going on, y'all? This is BG Knocc Out from BG Knocc Out TV. I'm here with my lovely cousin.
Hey, you guys, it's your girl Lavish. And today we actually have a very important guest with us.
Indeed.
We do have Miss Constance here. Now, she is an advocate for foster children, and just her story and just everything that she's about is so amazing. And we are just so honored and blessed to have you here on the show today.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate this moment to be here with two great people.
Wow.
Thank you so much. So let's get into your story. Okay, we know what you do. We know what you advocate for and things like that. Where did you grow up at?
I grew up in Bakersfield, California. I said on 300 block Clifton Street, 329.
Clifton. Whoa, not the mob. Not the mob.
Yes, the mob.
Yeah.
It's hood in Bakersfield.
Oh, man, what do you know?
I never been to Bakersfield, actually.
Listen,
so.
Bakersfield was a little
Educate
slice
me.
of, if you was to go get like Southern Los Angeles and you just cut a section out and just throw it in the desert. That's what Bakersfield
All the
is.
fugitives were there.
Bro.
Why does it sound like Bakersfield should be like very like uppity, like
No, because they have an uppity side. So
Okay.
what's the side where all the judges and all those people?
I was like, that was like Rosedale and
Rosedale
stuff.
and all that, right? So
Rosedale.
it's a section up there. You know what I'm saying?
But that had to be
Bakersfield was
built
hood.
out because BHS, over there by BHS, the old Bakersfield, that's where everything was off of Highway 178. I think it's called Highway 178. And that's where, but then when people started moving in, they had to like go further out. And that's when Rosedale was built.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's why all the
And
people.
Hagen Oaks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And those people kind of pretty much control everything too in Bakersfield because that's, like I said, the judges, the lawyers, and
Okay.
all those people. Yeah.
So a lot of people that work in the city that are judges and lawyers actually
They
on the
live in
outskirts.
Yeah, on the outskirts.
They make sure people can't find them. You feel me?
Well,
Yeah.
you can find them, but
Okay.
you don't want to. You probably gonna want to find them.
You want to
might
leave
wanna
that
leave them
alone.
alone.
Yeah.
No, for sure. So Constance, so you grew up in Bakersfield, your entire life.
No, I left Bakersfield when we were, I believe I was like in the 5th grade. We left for a little bit. My mom was on drugs and she tried to leave her. She left the kid's dad, but she didn't really leave him. He kind of broke up with her. So then we went to San Diego with her family.
Okay.
And that was when I was in 5th grade. But then she came back when we were in 6th grade from San Diego back to Bakersfield to him.
Okay.
So, and then we went to Oklahoma, and then that's where she left us, and then we ended up going to San Diego. And so I was in San Diego for a minute.
Okay. And so the foster care thing, like, how did that happen?
So I grew up in a family. I always have to tell people before there was this.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why, if you go to psychology and if you're in a class or anything, when they're talking about Eckerson and all those and Freud,
Right, yeah.
what they tell you is a child's psychological makeup is done with their identity by the age of 5. So whatever is implemented in that child from 1 to 5 is this child core. Okay? Even in therapy, if you go and you try to change someone, people in relationships don't really happen in therapy because a person is a makeup of 100%, but 30% is their core. You cannot change a 30% core, which is your values, where you grew up with, your religious status, all these other different affirmations of yourself. You can't change because it's your biological makeup, the way you eat, your favorite foods, all those things were ingrained, the language you speak. These are just your core. So the 70%, that's influential, your friends and all the other stuff, that's everything being dumped into you. Those things can be changed. So people are always trying to change cores. So I feel a person's society or what they grow up in is their 30%. My 30% was Clifton. I grew up with nothing but gangsters. I grew up in the hood. Love for the crackheads all the way to the killers.
Yeah,
because I didn't know no better but my happiness there.
Absolutely.
There was no trauma there.
Right.
There was no unsafety there because it was my reality.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had my grandparents, I had my family, I had everything the way it's supposed to work. It may not have been other people's normal,
Right.
but it was most definitely my normal in the way that I grew up and how we had our systematic things and the things that we did to survive our ecosystem that was ingrained in me. So you can't tell me something that wasn't normal, that was my normal. And I feel once we got into that's just a little backdrop. My mom was on drugs. Mom was on drugs. When she got on drugs, all she cared about was her drugs. So I ended up taking care of my siblings. I'm parentified. She ended up marrying a guy that basically all it was just drugs, sex, all these other different things, molestations, whatnot. And she couldn't break off the crack. But my mom is a foster kid.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's like that's when you start thinking of generational trauma.
Yeah.
I forgive my mom. You cannot do nothing but forgive because you can't forgive somebody for forgiving for they know not what they do.
Absolutely.
So harboring somebody that doesn't have the ability to articulate, they're hurting too. How? You can't. So it takes a lot of self-growth within myself to be able to say that.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you got to forgive people because they don't forgive themselves.
Absolutely.
So anyways, we end up going to San Diego. We end up going to Oklahoma because my mom lost one of my sisters. And she thought if we fled that she could be able to get out of it. So we end up in Oklahoma. She ended up giving us up and leaving us at a homeless shelter. And that's how I ended up in foster care. But they separated us. One thing that I will always bring up is I used to love fighting. When I say I love fighting, like that's my get down. I grew up with 63 grandchildren. My grandpa, I was the first one born on his birthday. He got 11 kids. And we always dropped off at Grandpa's house on the weekend. I don't know what was wrong with Biggers, but to make us tough, the first thing they would say is whoever won the fight was right. That's jacked up. But what happened is we would fight like I don't got nothing to talk about. Let's just get it done because I want to be right. And I love being right that I would go extreme with fighting to be right. Okay. But what I thought was normal when they put us out in the world to go to school, they separated all of us by our last names because we was out there ready just to fight people. But we thought that was normal. Why are we talking? Let's just get it out. Right. So anyways, when we went to foster care, I never remembered the traumatic experience of going to a shelter. You don't know these people. Right. And they're now, we crying, my sister's clinging on me, and they want to take pictures of us together because they got to put it in their book. Yeah. Who wants to take pictures of people that got they got snot on their face, they not looking right. How inappropriate is this that these strangers got you in this room and y'all looking all deep and they're taking pictures of you? That
resonate with me because I went through the exact same thing, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
How horrible is that? How degrading?
It's very degrading, and it takes a piece away from you as a child. You know what I'm saying? It's like still to this day, there's something I feel like that's missing inside of me from that experience. Because for one, you get snatched out of your home from everything that you're familiar with, and they just put you into a life that you don't even know nothing about. They put you with white folks and different people that don't even know your background, your history, and don't even know how to relate to you. You know what I'm saying? And then these people are directing your life and trying to tell you what you feel and what you're supposed to feel. Like the dynamic of that is just extreme, and it's something that needs to be rectified at the end of the day.
And that's why I tell people you got to be careful when you're reading stories about kids and reading case files. Because one thing that happened there, you got to remember what I just say. I love fighting. Yeah. I am parentified. I'm 7-year age gap between me and my sisters. Mm-hmm. And I told people that it takes a different type of psyche to be the way that I am. I wanted to break generational trauma, but I had to protect my sisters. One thing that they did that I would never forget is that they told me kids under 5 could not be there. So I had two, and my sisters are 10 months apart. So one was up turning 5, but she wasn't 5 yet. So they had to get them out immediately. And then my one sister that was 8 months old. So I had an 8-month-old, 2 4 years old, and they're clinging to me. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me now they got to hurry up and be emergency place when we just got here. Right. And I said, no, where are you taking them? I've been protecting them this whole time. Right. So now you have to be process this information. So I remember them saying that we had to sleep in separate rooms because of age. Now you're separating, all this is happening real fast. And you're whoa, what is going on? and there's no respect to the fact. It's like they're basically screwing you.
It's an institution. Yeah, it's an institution, and they treating you like you're there because you did something wrong. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not supposed to. It's not supposed to happen.
And you're trying to adjust.
Yeah, it's like you already know. You look. Obviously, we've traumatized because we're here, right? And then you're gonna get us, and then you're gonna try to separate us. We don't even know y'all. Yeah, you think I'm finna have my little sister in this other room, around the corner, down the hall? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, with these strangers? Like, come on.
So because the baby wouldn't stop crying, they let me keep the baby.
Yeah.
I woke up, the other two was gone. So I was refusing to get the baby. I'm sitting there walking around with my little baby, just like, So when I woke up, I still had her. And then they kept saying she has to get a body check. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not letting you give her body. Like, I would not relinquish. I was like serious about it. So it took them a lot. So finally they were able to get the baby from me. But when they did that, they went through the door and the door locked. And I was chasing, I heard her screaming, and I lost it. And I told him, and I kept my promise. I said, if I don't get my sister, every time I see somebody, I'm going to beat the brakes off. I'm fighting. They thought I was playing. Yep. Every person. And I woke up, and I was in the pink room. And I didn't even know there was a pink. I didn't even know been exposed to the pink room. Don't know what I don't know what the heck this is. I don't even know how I got in this. But I said the next
pink
time.
room and the rubber room.
And so I'm like, oh, that's all right. Whoever touched me last, I'm coming for you. Yeah. So do you know that I did that cycle for 2 weeks? And they was scared of me because I was really throwing blows on people because I wasn't playing.
Listen,
and I kept
my first foster parent, her daughter, like, so she went, her boyfriend was in Texas. She used to fly out on the weekend and get her daughter to come watch us. Man, the lady tried to tell me I came in the house probably about 9 o'clock. You know, understand I'm 10 years old, right? So I came in, I was about 9 or 10. So the next day, the lady, this a whole nother lady who was her daughter who I just met, talking about, you can't go outside tomorrow because you came in late. I said, okay, watch. Woke up in the morning, got dressed, walked out the door. That lady snatched me by the back of my shirt and dragged, like, you know, pulled my neck and made me fly back. Man, I ran in the kitchen and grabbed a butcher knife and chased that lady in the kitchen and set her down and put it straight up to her neck, crying, and told her I'll kill her dead. Don't ever put your hands on me. You ain't my mama. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, and then I locked everybody else out so they couldn't get in. So one of my foster sister was doing the laundry in the garage, and I knew she was in there, so I locked the back door, but the screen door was open, you know what I'm saying? So she was just right there yelling at me, like, telling me don't do it and all that. But yeah, I went through some shit with them people too.
And it's crazy because it now defines, now I got a record showing that I'm violent.
Yeah.
I got a record saying that I'm
You ever been to McLaren Hall?
Huh?
McLaren Hall?
No, I never been to any of that, but I'm saying the stigma that was created on me when I'm not the one that initiate the battle.
But that's what they usually send. That's what they
so
send
it's
me.
like
that's what I was asking.
I'm upset because I don't understand what's going on. Then you have this social worker that comes and tells me, we want to let you see your sisters, but we can't because you're a danger. You keep coming in this room, you're hitting people, you're this and that. And they said, so if you want to see your sisters, you just got to stop and have good behavior. Well, why y'all didn't tell me that the first time?
Right.
That could have saved a lot of beatings.
Yeah, you didn't know exactly what was going on.
I didn't know what was going on. Like, I'm sitting here to feel like, oh, I'm fighting. I'm showing you, like, I could wear this out. We've got 2 weeks. I'm going to be in this room. And every time I come out, I got you next.
Just
and
get ready.
Get ready. These hands, I ain't tired, baby. Let's go. As long as you give me my 3 meals and a cot, these hands going to keep swinging. Give me my energy. That's my protein bar. Let's go.
Let's get it.
So you were fighting because you wanted your sisters.
And nobody's answering nothing. And everybody just keep like putting me back in this room. And so this is what's funny. Oh, that's all you had to say. Next day, hi. And everybody backing up. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Everybody thought I was crazy. And I ended up being the best kid. Just so I could see my sisters. Like, that's all y'all had to tell me.
Right.
Yeah. Where's the communication?
Right.
Where's the humanity?
And you would think because this is something that they supposedly specialize in.
Yeah.
That
Trauma
they would know this.
Care.
Yeah, like, and they don't
You're causing trauma.
Yeah, bro.
I'm scared. I'm terrified. Only thing I got right now is my fight.
Yeah,
The only thing I got is my spirit. You can't take that from me right now. Because I have nothing left.
Yeah.
But what I do have, I have my respect, and you can put some respect on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm going to make sure you know you respect me. I want you to cower.
Right.
When I want you to know I keep my word. When I say you next, you next.
Right.
You know, that's it.
Right.
Other people may have been talking. I ain't never going to build up.
For sure, because I'm telling you, it's like, Man, I've been through a lot of that shit too, and you just making me relive a lot of that shit. In my mind.
I don't want to do it.
No. I'm just saying it's like because you making me like think about it. Because like for me, the way I deal with like trauma that I feel like I'm powerless over. Mm-hmm. I kind of like I try to relegate it to the back of my mind.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And that way it don't hurt as much. It don't sting. And I just try to move on with my life and do different things. But right now, you just retelling these stories. It's kind of like it's making me like dead. Because I don't know if you know that Los Angeles they got a major lawsuit against the foster care system, the juvenile system.
As they should.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a long time coming,
everywhere.
but that's happening as we speak. You know what I mean?
That should happen all over the world.
It definitely should. Yeah.
All over. That's why I said yes. Foster care. We need to yes the stuff that we never asked for. I didn't tell mom. First of all, I didn't ask to be here.
Right, that part.
But now that I am here, respect me enough to let me be a part of decisions that affects me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me. Don't rip me so down to the core that I'm so dependent on an ecosystem that can't even talk to me once I hit 1-8.
Right.
Yes, that's
What's
so
up?
true. Yeah.
Very
Why are we
true.
doing this?
Very true.
What's the buffoonery in it? And why are you got kids being social workers that don't even know the next step of being a social worker? Why do
Because
you not
it
know
ain't-
your laws? Why do you not know the stuff?
That's the thing about going to school for something, man. What you can learn in the textbook and the real experience, you know, it don't
It's
equate.
dope.
You got to have both. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what a lot of them people, they come fresh from out of school and sit in these positions and don't even know what the fuck they doing. They don't. How you gonna relate if you from the suburbs, you from a white community? How you gonna relate to a nigga like us that grew up in a house with crack smokers being? You know what I'm saying? Come on, like how are you gonna relate
in
to
the
us?
kitchen?
Yeah, like how you gonna relate to us?
With the baking soda.
There's no way you can understand us possibly. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man.
No, and I said, and it's just so horrible with the things that they do that it's like you got to scream, stop.
Absolutely.
Stop. You're hurting us.
Man, trust
We're
me.
hurt. And so this guy told me, I'm not trying to be funny. He said, it's like you got all these programs. He said, but I've been a manager in my life. I've been in general. You don't have no managerial skills. You really don't have the experience to be at this level. Like, yeah, Khalid. And I said, you got me messed up. Every rape I endured, every untouched hand I endured, every death I done witnessed, every freaking drive-by I've been a part of.
Right.
Every day, everything I saw my mama do for crack. You don't tell me
Right.
if I earn my stripes to be at this table to say what I got to say.
Right.
Every social worker I encountered that promised they'll come back.
Right.
Every house that I've been in that didn't give me or lived up to the promise that they promised me. Every time I didn't get to see my sisters, every time I was moved to a different home, every time I held my pillow alone and cried, and every time that I went to bed hungry, every time I had to friggin' make a meal, I became proficient in the mashed potato and proficient in eating Jiffy with water and pepper, just throwing stuff together. I became proficient in this life
Trust
of
and
struggle
believe me.
of eating cereal with water and making sure I stretch my ketchup with water.
Right.
We gonna all eat a little taste of something on this bread or
Right,
this.
right,
You
right.
ain't gonna tell me what I earned because now I went to the level of systems to go and learn why y'all so screwed up. Now I went to go become a social worker. I worked in every position for 3 months just to see what y'all do.
Right.
What is foster care?
Right.
What are your limitations? What can you do and what can't you not do? So now I'm about
it's
to
a
come and
broken
teach
system.
you.
Yeah.
I'm about to come teach you based off what I see y'all doing wrong, based off what I wish you would have did right. So now the only thing I could do is educate you and give you empathy because what I do know and what I have learned being a social worker, the task is far from the mission.
Absolutely.
And because you got people got 70 cases, people that got 38 cases, they got so many cases.
Right.
The fire
How you gonna-
precedes
exactly,
social work.
absolutely.
Fire means if you got a case that's fire, they go into the meeting and they promise all this stuff and you got a task of stuff you got to hurry up and do. And it's an emergency and they on your butt. As soon as you get to your desk, you got to fire because somebody over there chasing somebody with a knife and all this stuff. So they leave all this behind to hurry up and get this fire so they could go to home. The next morning they go, the fires get more cases than the quiet.
Wow.
Quiet kids never get seen because they're not fires. That's some scary stuff.
Yeah, that's super
because
scary.
if you're taking care of yourself and you will never see nobody. And it's like, where's the accountability at in all this? And that's how people end up dead and missing because of fires per se. But a fire is probably 2-3 fires on a 38 caseload. That's some scary stuff. They only got to see you once a month. And then they promising you something. I told them the one thing that foster care does the worst, your abandonment is done once with your family, but your abandonment within the system is done consistently.
Yeah, for sure.
The abandonment gets
That's very true.
real.
That's very true.
So they move you guys. I'm sorry. They move you guys around to like different, workers or, I mean, so I guess with all this being said, I know it's very touchy. I was actually in the system as a child for just a few months, okay, because something happened with my mom. I put my hands on the stove and burned my hands. And this is when I lived in San Jose with my mom. My mom and dad separated, and they took my sister and me away, and my little brother, and they did separate all three of us. And it was I never told anyone.
It's all right.
It's all right. Get it out, sis. Because they need to hear how it hurts.
So I was touched, and I had to do a procedure as a
child. A procedure.
They had to cut me down there because of one of the older boys there. And shortly after that, my mom got me back, and she asked me, like, what happened, but I was still young. So I really don't remember, but I do remember what happened, what the doctors, did to me. And I just think it's really sad because even though I was in there for just a little bit of time, they are mean. The lady that had me, I remember I had took a candy and I just forgot to give it to her. And she embarrassed me. She made me go back into the store, and she whooped me in the store, and she was like, "Are you a thief?" And I was just like, I was only like 5. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was trying to tell her, like, I forgot to give it to you, So it's like, I always had a thing with kids and helping kids. And when I see like parents yelling at their kids, that's why I have so much patience with kids, because even though I don't have my own, I have my own experience because I was there at one point. It wasn't a long time because my mom did what the hell she needed to do to get us back. But everybody's not that fortunate,
For sure.
And we left San Jose because of that. But definitely, it's scary being a child in a place full of people that you don't know what the hell is going on. And a lot of these people are sick motherfuckers.
They're very sick.
They're very sick people, and it's like,
that's why the professional kids always getting touched by professionals, because there's so much trust that you are forced to give.
Yep.
You don't earn it. They force you to give it because they ain't going to give you no other way. That's why I say it's astroglide all day.
But it be and to me, it be the parents. Because, when I'm a little kid and you put me to bed, you shouldn't come back in my room bothering me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, the lady put me to sleep, so why the hell do you keep coming in checking on me? Like, I'm okay. I am trying to go to sleep. I cannot. You keep opening the fucking door. Like, I mean, of course I'm awoke because the door is opening. Like, I mean, shit, as a kid, you don't know what the hell's going on. Like, you're going to keep looking out the door. Like, I can't sleep really because you keep opening the door. So it's like, a lot of these little kids they don't have a voice. They can't say anything because, for one, they don't have ability to say anything. And then, like you said, nobody came to look and check on me. Yeah. I don't recall anyone coming and check on me the whole time that I was with those people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then they didn't want me talking to my mom. The lady wouldn't let me talk to my mom. Like, it was just really that I never really opened up to tell anyone
Like
My
you know,
story.
like for us, we didn't have nobody to call. Like,
Yeah.
you know, our people was all smoked out. They ain't got no phone at the house.
man.
You know what I'm saying? There's no phone near for a nigga to call.
Yeah.
There's no neighbors. There's no long lost relatives.
We
like,
didn't even have
we was just
phones.
in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, this is crazy. But what you're doing and the program that you're creating, I commend you so much because that is going to be like that's like a godsend what you're doing. You know what I'm
Yes, it
saying?
is.
Like the stuff that you was telling us about. And I want you to like share some of that with the with our audience as well.
Well, I told you, I said it's so weird to talk about it because it's not my mission. It's
Yeah.
God's mission.
Yeah, of course.
Because I never even thought this stuff. It was keeping me up at night, and
Right,
it drove me into mania where no one would listen to me.
Yeah.
That I quit my jobs. I quit everything because I said I need to focus on this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and I got 4 foster kids, the worst of the worst, because I'm like, I need to understand. Not only to me, that was the last piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I can't put myself in somebody's position of saying what you not gonna do
Right.
and hold you accountable if I can't do it myself to say I've been there.
Absolutely.
So that was closing it, getting
Okay.
those difficult kids. And one of the things that developed out of that was earn my yes.
Mm.
And they said, what's earn my yes? That is my behavior modification program. I said, we get so many transactional things. So many kids are exiting and they don't even know how to clean the toilet. They don't even know how to wash dishes. They don't
No
even know
life
how to do-
skills. Yeah.
No life skills. And it's like, they get so upset with, they get so scared with the consequences because consequences are so plentiful that
That's all they get.
yeah,
for the
and it's
most
like
part.
you
Yeah.
see Billy wash dishes like this. Now you're washing dishes, but that doesn't mean that's the way you wash dishes. You're just trying to find, and you're just like monkey see, monkey do. But that doesn't mean it's the correct way.
Right.
So I told kids, okay, in Earn My Yes, it's a skill building thing. And I start off very small. If you just wake up in the morning and get up and wash your teeth, brush your teeth, whatever, you're going to earn like 2 tokens,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just for the basic stuff. And throughout the day, you come home, you do your homework and stuff, you're going to earn 5 tokens or whatever. But I told them things that kids have behaviors that they actually got to work on. Those are called go tokens. So let's say you're at school and you have behaviors at school. Your teacher write a note saying that you did good. When you come home, you're going to get a gold token. Okay. The reason why I said there's gold tokens and there's regular tokens. Regular tokens are the things that you you earn throughout the day. But let's say that now you like, I want to go outside. You go outside. If you're going outside, then you got to pay 10 tokens. But you can at least go to outside.
Right,
I want
right.
to play my games. That's 15 tokens.
Right.
Everyone's like, well, how do I earn more if I'm only earning like 10 a day? Nigga, then you better go. And this is where you go and you get life skills. You could go into that book. If you go and you read a book in life skills and you write a paper on it and stuff like that, I'm going to give you 100 tokens.
Right.
If you say, hey, I don't know how to clean a bathroom. Can you master the skill? And you go and you master the steps. I'm gonna give you 200 tokens. That's how you earn in tokens because you're
dope.
bettering yourself.
Absolutely.
That's good.
You're bettering yourself. And I can't tell you no. If you like, I want to go to McDonald's, here's 200 tokens.
Right.
I'm going to give it to you because you worked and you earned it.
Right.
Definitely.
That's earn my yes.
yeah.
That's dope.
We got to
man.
teach kids how to earn things in an appropriate way. And you got to teach them
Absolutely.
it's okay to learn and master a skill.
Right.
You don't want to, you want to perfect it because it's all of you and it's who you are. It represents you. It's your identity.
Right.
You don't want to have it, nothing in your life.
right.
You want to perfect it to the best of your ability because now that teaches you what your character is going to be for the workforce.
Right.
That's what
awesome.
it is.
That's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
I
that's-
mean,
Go ahead.
okay, I'm sorry.
And gold tokens is used. I want Jordans.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Now it's like that's what those things are used. But the
Yeah, but
daily
you start
token-
with the stuff that you're supposed to do already,
stuff.
because at least you would know the basics. You know what I'm saying?
I'ma use that
Get
for
up,
my
brush your
nieces and
teeth, comb your
nephews.
fucking hair, nigga.
Yeah.
Clean your dirty shoes off when you come outside. You know
And
what I'm
I
saying?
said in a non-preferred meal, let's say I don't like vegetables. I'm giving you 75 tokens just to eat those vegetables because
Yeah,
you
yeah,
only
yeah.
earn 10 tokens a day.
Well, the vegetables, I think I got a little thing with that.
No.
No.
It's a
Listen,
non-preferred meal. You gonna get
Do
tokens for
salad
eating.
count?
just add something to them to make them taste better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yes.
butter. That's beautiful because I think too, even with parenting, it all starts with the parents. You know, I feel like a lot of people have a hard time trying to actually be successful in parenting, and this is what causes the system to step in a lot of times too. But what you're doing is so amazing because there is a lot of trauma, even trauma that I had to dig deep in and be like, damn, you know
I
what?
commend you, sis.
And I mean, it's just like, it means a lot for what
Amen.
you're doing for a lot of people. And you just
Amen.
have no idea.
I don't want to cut you off, cousin,
Sorry,
but we
okay.
running out of time. We got to do this again with you.
We do.
You my brother.
No,
You
no,
ain't
I'm
getting
just
away
telling
from-
you.
We gonna do
Listen.
this right like once a month. We are gonna have to update.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. Because we got to do this.
We gotta talk about it. We
Because
gotta
this is deep, man. Because a lot of people gonna be able to relate to this. There's people in prison that come from our background right now, ended up there because of what they went through as the same thing that we went through. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people. There's people. What they call it, trauma bonding. Everybody's trauma bonding in the hood, in the
I'm trying to help
prisons, in the
us not
street.
trauma. I'm
Exactly.
saving.
So we
I'm
gotta
here.
heal. We gotta heal from this shit. But look, this is BG Knocc Out from BG Knocc Out TV.
And this is Constance English. You can follow me on Serenity Sage 82 on all platforms. Telephone number 725-256-4737. And I'm with the unyesmovement.org or .com, and that's United Nation Yield, Empower, and Sovereignty.
Much love.
And this your girl, Vlavish, BG Knocc Out TV.
Yeah, and we gonna look. We got another episode coming, so y'all stay tuned, man. Stick around. BG Knocc Out TV. Yeah.
Peace.